G'day everyone and welcome back to another video. Now today is a little bit of a get out while you can session because all week we have had heavy rain, non-stop downpours and lots of wind. It's been quite frustrating not being able to get out for a fish, but we're making the most of it this morning because as you can see we've got fairly clear skies. So I've decided to shoot out to this location where I've caught flathead in the past, and we're going to be doing catching flathead on flathead lures. Now this spot may look pretty familiar because this is actually the same spot where I filmed that bait versus lure fishing challenge. And I'm back here again today because of the nice abundance of flathead. We actually got on to a really nice amount, and I thought there's no better way to put these lures to the test than at this spot. We're actually at the bottom end of the run out tide. I think there's about 2.5 to 3 hours left, which is absolutely perfect for flathead. So enough of me talking. I think we get our lines out there and see if we can get onto some flatty. I think I've said flatty and flathead about 100 times in this intro. Anyways, let's give it a go and see if we can catch some fish. And here's our little flathead lures right here. Now they're by a company called Perfect Bait, which I've never heard of. I think it's some Chinese, Japanese company. And if I have a look, there's actually no named color for this lure. I don't know what's with these companies and not naming these lures. I mean, they probably are named, but it's in Japanese, Korean, Chinese. I don't know what it's in, but I cannot read that. So we'll figure out a name for this later on in the day. But as you can see, it's literally a little flathead with red and black speckles through it. Curly tail, probably not the most realistic thing, but I think it should get the job done. That sun's just poked its head out from behind the trees, which will warm me up a little bit because it's a nice cool morning. We'll shoot one out there. We've actually got a really nice sand flat right here, and it slowly dips off into the deep. There's a nice weed edge along here. So hopefully there's some fish sitting in the drop. I actually don't know how I'm supposed to work this lure. I may just do double hop, like you would work a regular soft plastic. Hop, hop. I'll mix retrieves up. I'll try this at first, and if they don't like it, then I'll try something different. There's a hit. Oh, probably a tailor. This is a very high concentrated area for tailor. Was that a tailor? Yes, it was. There's me tail. Gone first cast. And I actually only have 3 left, so I don't know how this is going to go. What I'm thinking I might do, I'm going to use my brain for once. So we have an outcoming tide and the tailor are pushing the mullet schools up onto the flat and feeding off them, and my lure was right on the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move down this way just a little bit for now to see if we can escape the tailor. This video could go horribly wrong because I literally have 3 left. Any more tailor that are nibbing off the back end of the tail like that, it's going to put me in a lot of trouble. There we go. All right, let's move up. There we go. That feels like a flathead. Maybe. Hopefully. Oh, I think it is. Oh, no way. Stay on. Up you come. Oh, yeah. It's only a little one. But flathead do eat flathead lures. In the mix of all that tailor, there was a little flathead. Now these guys actually love sitting around tailor schools, especially the bigger girls. So if you can find a tailor school, there actually won't be too many flathead far behind, because they're obviously just going to sit on the bottom and wait for the easy meal to come. Oh, I hate dealing with these small ones. Probably the best way, even better than holding them around the stomach, is finger in the mouth. Just like that. There we go. Here's our little flathead. Let's get you back, mate. Thanks for being the first flathead of the morning and eating my lure past that tailor school. Off you go. No damage so far. No scuffing on the tail or anything. That hook's starting to move forward a little bit, but that's just because of crappy material. And I am using 10-pound leader this morning. I feel like that's the best all-round leader for these fish. Let's have a go out there. Oh, they're Taylor. I'm pretty positive. That feels very heavy though. That actually could be a flatty. I don't know, he's on the surface. I think it is. It is. It's another flathead. This one's tangled up like the last. Is it the same one? Oh, he's pretty wrapped up. There we go, that's fish number 2 on the lure. I actually thought it might have been the exact same fish, but this one's a tiny bit bigger. There's no point getting it close up on the camera because he's not a giant, but yeah, cool stuff. It's nice to know that plastic working well. Slippery dip. Off you go, champ. Off you go. Yep, felt him sit on that one as well. It's another little one. Whoa. There we go. That's number 3 for the morning. Just a cute little fella, but yeah, this lure is really getting it done. I'm going to say flatty and flathead so much in this video, so please excuse it. But what this guy's doing is he's out there in the channel and he's just sitting underneath all this tailor school that's coming past. Now, tailor really love to attack fish early morning and late afternoon, and that's why they're there. And the flathead is sitting on the bottom, waiting for all the chopped up bait from the tailor to land, and they're just coming over and getting easy meals. I'm popping my lure through there, and they seem to be hitting that as well. So, anyways, once again, very small. Let's get him back. The water's super dirty, so I won't be able to water release just yet. Wait for that sun to hit it and get a bit of colour in there, but you're off. I was talking about at the start, like if my double hop retrieve wasn't working, I was going to switch it up, but it seems to be getting the job done right now. Just a simple pop pop. Just makes that fish look sick, hopping up off the bottom. Then we're on. Very, very little. It's going to be another flatso. Wow, he's taken that deep. You're kidding me. How is this working so well right now? Look at that, he's about the exact same size as the last, although this one has a lot more pretty spots on him. Oh, calm down, mate. You're not an actual lizard. You can't be burying into the grass like that. Off you go. Oh, is that a fish? Oh, I thought I was snagged. Or like stuck in the weed. There's no way. It's pretty crazy that a flathead of that size would eat a flathead of that size. Like, look at that. What are you doing eating that, mate? Yep. That's more like a tailor. Yep. We don't want you. We do not want you. And now this is why I don't like tailor. Look at those teeth. They just shred through lures and shred through your line. Their mouths are just armed with these little razor blades. Oh, look at that. I literally just looked down to turn the GoPro on and we've wound up a flatty. Another one of the exact same size. I didn't even have time to put the GoPro on. There we go, we're on to another one. Still waiting for that one that's half decent size though. That felt like a little hit there. Getting hungry, I haven't had brekkie yet. I did bring a wrap with me, which I was hoping to save, but my stomach's starting to growl at me. Oh, we are on a fish. Once again, I thought that was a bit of weed. Oh, he's just spat it. That's all right. Yep. Oh, he's wrapped himself around a stick. He's actually wrapped himself around this stick a million times. Am I actually gonna have to go in the water right here? Would you look at that? You silly flathead. I'm gonna have to walk out here now. Boom, boom, and we're up. He's a little bit better. Still tiny, but getting there. See ya. Check out the damage on this lure. This is all shredded up along the back here, as you can see. Little cut out the back there. And I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but the tail is actually in two. Oh, is that a fish? Yeah, it was a fish. He's come back. Mate, it is just a numbers game at the moment. There's no size to these ones whatsoever. Although they are very little. How's the colours on them? Super speckly. Get you back. Oh, where do I got to go to find one that's half decent sized? Like, I'm not complaining too much because the whole point of the challenge was catching flathead in general on flathead lures. But I thought we'd come across ones that are half sizable by now. They're all just so little. So little. Not even pan worthy. Like, you couldn't even eat them, they're that little. What on earth? Rightio, that was random. Long story short, I've completely changed up my plans. We were all the way down there chasing flatty in that little deep section. But the action was really starting to die off, so I decided to make my way all the way back up to the point here. This will probably be the last spot of the day. Just see if we can get onto any more last minute flathead or any fish in general and probably call it. It's been a very successful session either way, but just want to see if we can get some size. Like, we're pulling the fish, they're just small. They're not even pan size, like not even legal. So anyways, let's give it a go. Let's give it a crack. There we go. Well, I ended up fishing from this point back down along the edge of this bank and didn't get onto any more fish. Got that last flatty right here and that was it. Now, we did get onto a number of flathead today, but they weren't any reasonable size. Going into this video, it was called catching flathead on flathead lures, so I'm not too upset that I didn't get any that were big. It was about catching flathead in general, not necessarily catching big ones. So I'm glad that we were able to tick off so many fish. I've just checked the weather radar and I've got to hurry things up because we have a lot of rain to come. Cheers everyone for making it to the end of another video. Leave a like if you did enjoy, comment down below on what you thought about today's video. Subscribe if you're new and you want to see some new content from me. I'm also going to put my gear that I used today in the description, so if you're curious on what I used, rod, line, lure, whatever, check the description below. Once again, thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.